All right. Back into the best of 3 we go, guys, on a map that is not too often visited. It is Ultrazeem Stronghold. Spawning here in the top left corner of the map in game number 2 of this best of 3. Down 1 currently, the Red Terran player known as Empire Happy.
Spawning in the top right spawn location, we have the blue Terran player representing my insanity. It's going to be Jjakji.
So, I guess because some of you guys may not have seen this map yet, as it does get vetoed quite often, I'm actually going to take a quick moment here to visit around and show you guys a quick overview instead of the small talk that could be what happens. So first off, there's a very secure natural base here. It's wide, it's open, it's perfect for putting down like 5 CCs, and it's very easy to defend. You've only basically got this one shallow choke point. There's a quick pocket base outside, and then beyond that, the expansions are actually quite far away, and they're all very open, wide ramps. There's giant rock back doors. It's not the easiest map to control, and on top of this, there's no watchtowers. So the spawn locations are actually not that big of a deal in my opinion for this TVT matchup. We're going to probably see a lot of drops if they go with bio, but if this becomes mech, it actually gets a little bit unfortunate for Jjakji, or sorry, for Happy, who can't take that sort of pocket base over here. Or sorry, not Happy, for Jjakji, because it's so easy for Happy to siege on the low ground and hit the mineral lines from the other side. It's like that for most of the bases, quite frankly, and that's what makes it a little bit fickle to deal with. But as stated, or as predicted, Jjakji taking a quick command center. Not at all surprising, as again, it is Ultrazeem Stronghold.
Well, I want to point out something about the actual spawn locations as well. First of all, it's kind of interesting that Happy's going Rax first, but about the spawn locations, these spawn locations favor Happy, definitely, because the natural of Jjakji is facing towards Happy's base. So drops are going to be very, very easy for him to actually execute, and with him going Rax first, he's going to be grabbing the factory very, very quickly. So if he goes Banshee, this is actually a really nice position for him to be in.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Jjakji getting a couple command centers out quick, though. With a lot of bio, won't have a problem continuing with that. They'll accidentally bump here in the middle of the map, so they should know where each other spawned already, but they'll go to the base anyways to confirm. They want to see gas timings. They want to see if it was a wall off.
And actually, yeah, so basically, Jjakji will know exactly what's coming his way. He's got 2 Raxes himself coming on down. Seeing that factory should tip him off that it was gas first, seeing how far along it is. But how is he going to respond to this, and what is Happy going to be doing? He's already making that tech lab, so it actually looks like he's going to be building the starport straight on the tech lab. What's he going to be getting out of that factory is the question. Is he going to go for tech lab tanks and sort of a 1-1-1 kind of push? Or is he just going to be going to sort of try to tech on up and grab an expansion behind this? Looks like he's going to be walling off with that factory for now, adding on a second gas, so I think it will be Cloak out of Happy.
Yeah, again, this base, a little bit exposed, but it's not hard to, I mean, a couple turrets seal the deal against most Banshees to begin with, and Jjakji, again, with a lot of Marines, you can dance around it. It's not fun burning scans, of course, but hey, Cloak is not the end of the world.
Yeah, so, especially with 2 CCs down so early, if we do see Cloak out of Happy, Jjakji won't have too much trouble saving a scan or two just to be able to ward this off. Is it going to be Cloak? Yes, it is. So, there we go. Starting on up.
Well, Happy's actually someone who's got really good Banshee control, too. I want to point that out. So while the Marines, we saw Jjakji kind of dance around quite nicely in game number 1. Auto turret made quick work of that. We're going to actually get to see Happy's control this time, something we weren't afforded yet. I've had the pleasure of seeing it in the Acer Team Story Cup, and I got to say, his control of Banshees is quite good. I mean, the Marines are going to have a hard time catching it. Even if a missile turret's down, it's very easy to try and sort of dance around the range of it, and Jjakji is getting an engineering bay down, so there will be turrets.
Yeah, the turrets are going to be a really great way to...
Sorry, that scan just saw the Banshee leave, too. Like, that timing was perfect.
And yeah, it'll also see the Cloak being researched as well, so Jjakji kind of knows everything that's going on, and if he can defend this well, he's going to be in a fantastic position off the CC first. CC for Happy's only halfway done, and Jjakji's already established himself a 4-worker lead. That'll continue to increase until Happy's own orbital command is done at that natural.
Yeah, here come the turrets. So very limited on where you go. I like that Jjakji actually put this one a little more forward instead of the mineral line, as he does want to protect the tech labs, wants to protect his actual like infrastructure, but this will go around the back, and there's no turret. You can scan. Again, the Marines control, it's going to come down to who's a little bit better in that regard. No Cloak just yet. Seconds for finishing. Gets an SCV, gets 2 SCVs, 3 SCVs.
There is no scan yet, Rifkin.
About
He's
7
still
seconds, though.
6 energy away. So we can actually see some more good damage go down here from this Banshee while we wait. Another couple of SCVs going to be able to go on down.
I love these picking up the
now
Marines.
there. Yeah.
It's actually going to be really hard to dance with this. It's quite annoying, but he does have a Viking en route, so this is, of course, limited. It's still doing quite a bit of damage, though. Happy, I gotta say, doing a little bit more than expected.
Yeah, there's not enough Marines to kill this, I don't think.
No, not anymore. He's already picked off more than enough of them. 12 kills racked up with his Banshee so far. Here comes Banshee number 2 towards the natural. There is, of course, a turret there, but can hold position outside of the range. Yeah, just like that.
Wow, Vikings take longer to build than I thought.
Yeah, well, it feels like they take longer too, especially when Banshees are right already inside your base. But how many workers killed so far? Up to 8 on top of a bunch of Marine kills. Of course, Natural not exactly in danger, but is getting shelled away at.
The big thing here is that Happy had to do this damage. This was good damage. It wasn't fantastic damage, it was good damage.
It evens it out. That's the command center difference.
It evened it out, exactly. He doesn't have a big lead. He's got actually a deficit still. 2 workers in a deficit. He may be able to pick up a couple more, but no, looks like Jjakji is going to chase this away. One Banshee already dead.
Well, retaining this Banshee is actually going to be incredibly good for later on for tank fights. I mean, oftentimes tanks will be a little exposed because you don't expect Banshees. You're relying solely on Vikings, and if Happy matches the Viking count, you know, blow for blow, just sends the Banshees in to take out the tanks, all of a sudden, Jjakji can't actually take a tank fight anymore. Nobody's going to stop Stim on that tech lab, but will come back for more SCV kills with this Banshee.
And this is just getting really, really annoying for Jjakji. He's trying to deal with this as best as he can, but he's already lost 15 or 16 SCVs. He has 15 at this point. His own +1 is pretty far ahead, so he could go for a push with +1 and try to do some damage, but it's going to be really, really hard for him to try to come back from this now. He's still reasonably in a good position, but as you mentioned, he's already killed up a lot of Marines as well, has Happy, and as a result, Happy puts himself in a great position. Army tab-wise, his army position, his army size, his army value is actually 6 supply more, so...
But this is where the game starts shaping up to that mid-game sort of situation. Now limited on what he can do with the Banshees, being chased down by this Viking. We don't see any further digressions so far. This is a Marine poking out, but this is more for scouting than anything else. A drop has been loaded up for Jjakji, but one missile turret, of course, will not save off a drop. In fact, this could cost Happy if he doesn't see it coming. And there's
it definitely could.
Oh, will he see us with the Marine?
He'll see it. He'll see it. Yeah.
So blatantly in view. Even attacks it a little bit there with the Marine. So, limited on what he can do now. Happy fully aware of that drop potential. Siege tanks here on the front too, expecting a big push from the front, but that's not gonna happen.
Well, we actually have another Banshee coming on in here for Happy. It's actually one of the old ones that has been healed on up. He's already got a good 3 kills, not a huge number. He's the guy who went into the natural earlier, but he is going to look to add to his tally, getting another couple of workers to start things out, and he will get away again. So Happy continuing to be really annoying with these Banshees, and I like that a lot. Jjakji not really caring that this drop is scouted. He's going to go for it anyway. There's already Marines there, though, so we can't really do that.
Yeah, he pulls
Happy
back.
starting a 3rd CC much earlier.
The 3rd is pretty easy to secure on this map, too. There's this awkward amount of grass right here that makes it a little bit scary, but I mean, it's 2 chokes that you can put a sensor tower in between the middle of and be really not that afraid of pushes. Again, for Jjakji, it sucks. He can't really take this base over here if he continues to expand. Later, we'll have to expand southward. Would love to see, honestly, a ninja base come out of one of these 2. Banshee in the middle of the map will pick off a Marine or 2. Will probably get picked off by a scan. It's actually almost out of energy, so limit on what it could do. Might kill a tail-end tank would be pretty cool. Actually delays the push. This is actually kind of a big deal.
Yeah, he does delay the push. This is actually nice for Happy. And Jjakji looking to try to push with 1-1, but Happy's already got +1, so he's not going to be too far behind. Oh,
in the north. There's no missile turrets covering the drop area of this. He's going to drop everything and no problem. Jjakji's going to be forced to either trade or try and come back, but if he comes back, it'll be way too late.
He's got to go for it now. Jjakji's going to try to push on forward and try to take the base race, but how is he going to have any tanks to defend this? No, he doesn't have any tanks yet. He's going to lose a CC. Oh boy, this is bad.
This is really bad. Happy in such a phenomenal spot this game. Drop tries to go off here towards the natural base, but of course only 3 Marines get out. Those 2 turrets were perfect, but there's 3 tanks here on the high ground. There's a lot of cannon fodder here on the low ground, though. Can the Marines soak the hits for the tanks? Looks like they'll soak just enough for now. Can Happy actually outrace this? I don't know if he's got the DPS for this penguin. There's a lot more on from Jjakji than there is from Happy currently.
There is an SCV out of the base here for Jjakji as well if he needs, but I think with an SCV pull, he should be able to defend this push. But on the other side of the map, Jjakji taking a very, very good engagement. The SCVs have already been pulled from Happy, and the tanks are dealing so much damage here.
Yeah, the production's just not going to cut it. If he had a Banshee at home right now, there's almost no anti-air. But unfortunately, threw all of his Banshees away. Good game is going to be called, and Jjakji will continue through the winner's bracket.
Good play from Jjakji there. I thought Happy had that, to be honest.
I did too, but that push from Jjakji, good enough at the end. All right, well, we'll figure out what we get into next, guys. Well played out of Jjakji, to say the least. We may dip into the loser's bracket again. It's not limited on where we go, but typically there ends up being drawn out loser's bracket, so we try to cover the winner's bracket first and then go to the loser's bracket later. Coming up at the semifinals, though, it looks like Jjakji versus Snoot. We probably will just follow through to that series. Either way, we're going to throw up a couple ads. We'll be back in a few minutes, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching our ads, and we'll see you again momentarily.